Yo, what is going on, guys? John Locke here, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a YouTube banner with no Photoshop. Today we're going to be using Pixlr, Pixlr.com. I've made it in the past, and it's very useful, and I figured I better make a video on it. So, first thing you want to do is click the first link in the description and go to defont.com, and this is a place where you can find all the fonts you want. So what you're going to want to do is when you find one, say if this one, like all you got to do is click download. It'll download right here, and once that happens, you're going to open it, and you're going to drag it onto your desktop, and then open it again, and then click install. Then you got to restart your browser, and click the second link in the description, and go to Pixlr.com. And don't listen to any, it's a new thing, don't listen to any of this bullcrap, like Pixlr X or Pixlr E. Just scroll down to the bottom and click Pixlr Editor right here. It works a lot better for making YouTube banners and other stuff. You're going to want to allow Flash to run. And it should take you to this screen right here. Alright guys, so next you're going to want to click create a new image, and you'll see width and height here. Don't change any of this. Well, you can rename it to say YT banner. And then you're going to want to make the width to 2560 and the height to 1440 and click transparent. Alright, so now you guys are going to want to go to layer, open images layer, and you're going to want to click on the template that you downloaded, and it should pop up right there. So alright guys, so next what you want to do is the type tool. You want to find the center about, and you'll type your name. So I'm going to put in John Locke, and then I have my font as Airstrike, and then you choose the one, whatever you guys chose. Make the size 130, and then you're going to want to make the color white. You press OK, leave all that. Then you go over here to the move tool, and then move it right to about center. So maybe about right there. Alright guys, so the next thing you want to do is right click on this layer right here. Well, it says my name, it'll say your name, but mine says John Locke. What you want to do is go down to layer styles, click that, and people get confused with this, like don't click this, you gotta click on the name and that'll show up. You want to put opacity to 100, leave distance as 10, and then you can put size at 2, and then you can leave the color black, leave the angle, and then press OK. Then it should look like that. It looks a lot more clean and professional. So alright, so the next thing what you want to do is hover over right here. It'll say new layer, you click that, and you'll have a new layer here. And you're going to go over back to the type tool, and you want to click down right here, and then you want to make the font probably about 30, I believe, or I think it's about 50. Then you're going to want to type whatever, like your Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform you guys use. I'm going to start off with Facebook. So at Johnny Locke, and I'm going to put Airstrike again, leave that regular, and then I'm going to make my font white, click OK, and click OK. Go over to the move tool, move it down, go right there. I'm very sorry guys, that was my fault. Well, it's going to depend on what font you use, but mine, I had to make mine down to 45 because it's a little bit too big, but I mean, just if it's a problem for you, just go over here and delete the layer and then just redo it. So, but next now, what we're going to want to do is add another layer, and you want to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to use my Snapchat. So at jlock underscore underscore 7, and then size 45. You want to make it white, and then click OK. Go to the move tool, drag this down about right there, or center it out pretty good. Whoopsie daisies. And now next, what you want to do is do the same thing as you did with the big name John Locke here, or whatever your name is. And you want to, I forgot to do it on the last one, so I'm going to go here for this one, Johnny Locke. You click on the layer, you right click, you go on the layer styles. You want to do the same exact thing. Go to drop shadow, opacity 100, distance 10, and then size you're going to want to make it 2, then leave it black. And you want to do the same thing with JLock or your other one, whatever you're using, your Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. You want to go to layer styles, drop shadow 110, and then 2, and then you should be good. Alright, so next is where like your logos. And so first what you want to do is go over to a browser and search up Snapchat logo PNG or Facebook, Twitter, whatever you're using. And you got to make sure it's a PNG, it's transparent background. I found this one right here. And then what you want to do is go over here and then click save image as, and then just save it. And then go back over to Pixlr, go to layer, open image as layer, and then Snapchat logo. And as you can see, it's a little bit too big, but what you want to do is go to edit, free transform. You're going to bring the size down, but a big thing is that people always mess up with, when you're bringing this down, you got to hold shift, otherwise like things could happen. So you got to hold shift, otherwise it won't kind of come down properly. So you hold shift, then you can drag it, oops daisies. Click yes. You can make it whatever size you want. I'm going to make mine just a little bit smaller. It's kind of hard. I don't have my mouse right now, so it's a little bit harder. So I'm probably going to make it about that big. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to do the same thing for your Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook logo. In my case, it's going to be Facebook. Alright, so again, you're going to want to do the same thing. Go to layer, open image as layer. Then for me, I'm going to do Facebook logo because that's the one I'm doing next. And you're going to do the same thing. Bring it down to the size you want. And click yes. Uh-oh, my thing's being kind of weird. Bring it over, put it under here, and then there you go. I'm gonna fix my sizes here, but next clip it'll be better. Alright, so everything's looking pretty good so far. So I got my Snapchat logo with the username above. Same thing with Facebook. Everything looks decently centered out. You can always make it better. But next you want to do is, I searched up space backgrounds. I mean, I prefer that, but you guys can search up anything you want, any kind of background that fits your preferences. It's up to you. So I don't remember the exact one I picked, but what you want to do is just do the same thing. Right click, save image as, just save it to your desktop or whatever, your downloads. And you want to go back over to Pixlr, layer, open image as layer. And mine labeled space background. It's gonna look like this, but again, you're gonna want to free transform. So I'll do that real quick. Oopsie daisy. You want to make it just a little bit bigger than your screen, just to make sure there's like no edges, bad edges or anything. So mine looks like this. I mean, it looks pretty good. So next, what you want to do is like this. Don't worry, this is like not gonna be covering anything or everything else for long. What you want to do is you're gonna want to hold it. Oops, oh, I got it for CS still. What you want to do is hold it, bring it down, drag it down. I don't have a mouse, so it's kind of hard for me right now. So when I'm done, I'll come back to you guys here. Alright guys, so it's gonna look like this. You're gonna want to have it just below. You want to have it above your template layer, and it's gonna be right below your name, the big letter name. So, and next, what you want to do is you kind of gotta go back here. You gotta pull this one down. You'll move it back, but I'll show you here in a second. Alright, so next you want to make a new layer, and it should be above the template one, just above it, otherwise this won't work really. And you gotta be on the drawing tool. You want to come up here to the corner and basically, it's being weird. Okay, and you want to draw a big rectangle. It's just to kind of help see your design like that. And you're gonna want to do another one right here. It's gonna look like that. Mine could look nicer, it's hard without a mouse right now. But yeah, you're gonna look like that. And then what you're gonna want to do is, oops daisies. You're gonna want to, where is the, oh whoop daisies. Bring this one above there. And then it's gonna look like this. So you got your background. I might move mine around just a little bit. Like say, yeah, I like it right there, I guess. Alright, so another thing, if you want to improve the quality of the picture, you can always go to adjustment, hue and saturation. You can play around with it. I mean, like, could be anything, like, that changes the color a little bit. But the difference is colorize. I like the colorize option. But, you know, honestly, just play around with it. I like this blue. I mean, I'm a big fan of that. I like that. I think it looks cool. Alright, so another thing you can do is you can go to adjustment, and then you'll see brightness and contrast, and you'll click on that. You can also just play around with that. I mean, you can bring it, that wouldn't make sense, but like, say, I think it looks good around like -10 to 20, anywhere between there. I'm gonna go with negative around 15 there. The contrast, you can play around with that too. I don't want it too dark. Maybe a little bit lighter, about -14 as well. I like that, but again, do you just play around with it and see what you like. So, and by the way, another thing I forgot to mention earlier, the reason why I'm not making this like all the way over there, same with this, is because most videos on YouTube are probably on a mobile device. So, and like you saw the template earlier, usually the mobile device, it'll stop right there and about right there. So that's why I put that in there. But now finally, if you can also add, I'm not going to show this on this video, but there's other videos that you can see that might be a little bit better than mine, but I'll give credit to him. Like the Havoc, you can go watch his videos on another review like this, like banner wise. But you can do like watercolor textures or any kind of textures, and you can make that in. I'm not going to add that. This looks fine to me. So what you want to do is go to File and Save. You can either do it JPEG or PNG, it doesn't really matter. And you can quality to 100, that makes a big difference. You're going to want to click OK. And then you can just save it as maybe YouTube, banner, anything you want really, just make sure you have it saved. And so yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you can drop a thumbs down below and comment and subscribe, tell your friends, and thanks guys, have a good one.